Hello learners, this is Beenam Yadav, Assistant Professor, GSV SC JMC, Subharti University. Today we are going to talk about the marketing communications basic skills. And for marketing communication, the most important thing is management. So first we will talk about different kinds of companies, then how the management plays very important role in the marketing communications. So companies. If we talk about companies, company comes in different shapes, different size, and sometimes they have different kind of management attitude also. Some of the companies are there which have human face and they reach to their employees in the time of crisis, supporting them, taking care of their medical expenses, families, their vacations, and all kind of a freedom is there to the employee. And they look for high paying job also. They are not ruthless, but they have very friendly office atmospheres. Whereas other companies are there which are very ruthless to their employees. They even ban the mobile phones in the offices and they always keep the hawkish eye on the workers working there. This makes the atmosphere of the companies very difficult to work with. Even the employees agree that the condition of or the working condition of the company matters a lot to them rather than the money that they are getting. So there are different views about the companies, how they take care of their employees, how they behave with them. And most of the best company to work with is Google. Google give all kind of facilities, and this is one of the multinational company that is the first choice of the employees to work with. So next is meaning of management. Why management is important and how management is making the working condition of any company good, bad or average. And before going to that, we will understand what is management. So every human being has several needs and desires which can be satisfied only by working and living together in organized groups and institutions. In this way, the people satisfy their economic and social needs. We can see different kind of groups in the form of families, schools, governments, business firms, etc. So everything around us is management, or we can say the small institution or group we are working with. And all these groups have certain goals to achieve, and these goals are controlled and coordinated by the management process. Or we can say management involves coordination and overseeing the most activities of others so that their activities are completed effectively and efficiently. We can understand this thing with the example of our family systems. Every family follows certain kind of a system. Some are under the mother or some are under the father. So if some commander is there, then the family works smoothly. Then we know who is the head, who has to follow the commands or who has to give the commands, who will prepare the food and who will do other things. Like that ways in the companies also, different managers and different works are assigned to different people according to their capabilities so that they can work effectively and efficiently both. So here comes the importance of management. So management is needed in all types of organizations. It can be small organization or big organization. We can say, in other words, that management means manage plus men plus T. T means tactfully. We have to manage the things very tactfully. We have to take the tactics to manage the things. So before proceeding, we'll take care of few of the definitions. According to George R. Terry, management is a distinct process consisting of planning, organizing, actuating and controlling, utilizing in each both science and art, and followed in order to accomplish predetermined objectives. So here the importance of predetermined objective is very important. So this is basically a process where we do plan, organize and actuate the things, but what we plan and organize we have predetermined objectives, that after 1 year we have to go here or achieve these targets. After 6 months, we have to achieve these targets. These are predetermined objectives. Or if some production unit is there, they have to make the predetermined objectives of that within 6 months, we are going to increase our production by 50%, 30% or 20%. So all these activities are going to be taken care by the management only. Whereas according to Massey and Douglas, management is the process by which cooperative groups direct action towards common goals. So in a simpler manner, Massey and Douglas is saying that it is a process by which cooperative groups direct actions. Whatever they are doing, they are directing all their actions towards a common goal. That means their predetermined objective or their target. Here the Herald says, management is the art of getting things done through others and with formally organized groups. So management is art of getting things done through others. So it's an art, it's not in science. Everyone cannot be a good manager. It's not possible for everyone to command someone or get the things done. So it is an art of getting things done through others and with formally organized groups. So organized groups means that for a particular work, particular skilled people are required, and those skilled people can only accomplish that work. Now we will understand the concept of management. The term management has been interpreted in several ways. First is management as an activity. Management is an activity. It can be defined as an activity also, like playing, studying, teaching, etc. Everything is an activity and it is an art of getting things done through efforts of other people. While playing also we are doing the effort, lot of effort is being done. In the teaching also and studying also there is lot of effort. So it is an activity. The management activities consist of interpersonal activities that we do between two person or so, or within us also sometimes we do some kind of activities. Then divisional activities are there, and third is informative activities. Next is the management as process. How management is a process? We can say management is considered as a process that comprises of series of interrelated functions which lead to achievements of governmental or organizational goals. So how it achieves the organizational goals? It achieves the organizational goals like it is a process. Social process is there, integrated process, continuous process, or interactive process. So without being in the process, how management can be done? Like social process is there. Again and again I'm telling you the example of the families. Families are a part of society and they are the basic unit of the society. So they are the process of the society also. As we talk about the different companies, there are we can say the activities or the functions are given to the people who are more we can say that who have more knowledge about the work, they are on the higher positions, whereas the people who are having the less knowledge or who don't know much about those activities are on the lower positions. So it is a process. The elements of management process are planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So these are the basic elements of management, where we plan, organize, direct and control. So with the planning, organizing is very important. With the organizing, staffing is very important and directing is very important, and with direction, the control is also very important.
So let me now explain the elements of management process one by one. And in this is, number one is planning. Planning is a process of directing in advance what is to be done, an intellectual course of action to be taken to achieve a predetermined goals in time. That means that we always have the predetermined goals for any organization, and for that only we do the planning, that in how much time we are going to achieve these actions and these goals. And we are doing all these plannings very intellectually. So planning is a very intellectual process. Next is, it is the primary function of the management. So planning is considered as the primary function of the management. Without good planning, we are never going to achieve the goals of the organization. So it's a primary function of the management. It involves selecting the objectives, policies, procedures, and programs to achieve a desired result. So planning involves everything. That is, objective. What are the objectives of the organizations? What are the policies that it is going to adopt? What are the processes that it is going to take care, and the programs to achieve the desired results. So desired results or goals are very important, and because of those goals and results, we are doing all the management functions. Next is minimizes uncertainties and risk. If our plan is good, if our plan, or we can say that if we are very good at planning, then there are high chances that our plans are going to succeed. Otherwise, those are going to bring the uncertainties and high risk, and risk can be till the failure also. So it's very important that planning is done very nicely. Next is preparing work schedule and budget. In the planning only, we have to prepare our work schedule and budget. Next is organizing, process of identification of major activities, grouping them into units. So that means that we have to decide who is going to do what time, and where. So assignment of work to staff and delegation of authority. Who is going to do what means delegation of authority. Who is going to do what means that which staff is going to do what. Concerned with developing the structure and framework and arranging required resources to targeted activities. So organizing also means concerned with developing the structure in the time frame, the frame of work, arrangement of things very properly, and resources and targeted activities. These all are the parts of the organizing. Then resources includes human, financial, physical, and information. So resources doesn't mean that the raw material that we are taking care. Resources means everything from human resource to financial things to physical things to the information. Information means whatever is happening in the market, that is very important to be known to be successful in the business. Next is, so it is called the root base of the enterprise. So that is why organizing is the root base of the management. Next is staffing. So organizing, planning is very important. With that, staffing becomes more important. If the staffing is not proper, then organizing and planning are going to be failed. So staffing means process of determining of manpower and recruitment, selection, appointment, and placement of right employees to the right job. So who is going to do what, and what are the skills of those people. So these all things are taken care in the staffing process. So recruitment, selection, appointment, and placements are done according to the skills of people, what kind of skills they have, and according to their skills only the job is assigned to them. Staffing is also the lifeblood of any enterprise, which mobilizes resources to achieve goals. It's just like a heart of the organization. If the staffing is done properly, if people are aware that what they have to do, how they have to do the things, then it becomes the lifeblood. So determining the size of the manpower at different levels. Staffing also means determining the size of manpower at different levels. Different level needs different number of people and different skilled people. So it also determines the size of the manpower at different levels. Then organizing seminar training to develop the employee skills and remuneration according to their skills ability. Staffing also take care that proper seminars and trainings are done to develop the employee skills, and proper remuneration according to their skills and abilities are given from time to time to them. Last is directing. Complex function that includes all those activities which are designed to encourage the subordinate to work effectively and efficiently. It is the instrument to develop a better working environment in organizations. So directing is a very complex function. It is not a simple function. It's a complex function. Why it is a complex function? Because The directing includes activities which are designed to encourage subordinates. So it's very difficult to encourage someone. So when someone is giving the directions, it requires a lot of skills. Like he has to be patient enough. He knows how to organize the things. He is a good leader. He understands and listens everything, and he knows what are the goals of the organization. So these are the few elements of management process. Those are highly required while doing the management function.
Management as an academic discipline. How management is academic discipline? It is a specialized branch of knowledge. From where we get the knowledge, it comprises principles and practices to make the management more effective, and many management institutes are there. Those are imparting the education about the management, how the management field can be enhanced. Next is management as a group. The term management is frequently used to develop the group managerial personnel. All the managers, that is chief executives, departmental heads, supervisors, or collectively called managers. So the management is considered also as those who manage the affairs of an organization. So organization is not of one person, it is consists of a group where many people are working together. Now we will try to understand the significance of management. What is the importance of management? So management, the efficient management of human and material resources is essentially for the achievement of objective of any organization. So if the efficient management is not there of human and material, human, that means who is person who is having the senses and who has the knowledge to control the machines, and material resources. Without human, machines cannot work, because machines work on the commands and human gives the command. So it's very important to achieve the objectives of any organizations. It's very important that efficiently we manage man and machine, material, everything very nicely. The success of any business lies in the quality of management. We can say if any organization is successful, then the management plays the big role, or it is only because of the good management or the bad management that company or organization is progressing or it's coming down. So now let's understand that the significance of management will be more clear through few more points. Those are determination of objectives. So management always help us to determine our objectives, where the organization wants to reach. Without having any kind of objective, no organization can succeed in its operations unless it knows its goal. So it's very important to have the well-defined objectives or goals. Next is achievement of the objectives. Management plays very big and vital role in accomplishing the organizational goals or objectives. So we can say it is only through the management process that coordination and integration of material and human resources takes place, and it is only the management that helps the organization to achieve its objectives. Next is efficient use of resources. Whatever the resources that we are using, so we need to use them efficiently. It has to be controlled. It has to be in a proper manner. Only then we can achieve our goals. So management reduces wastage of humans, wastage of material, financial resources, and they manage the things. So it makes the efficient use of resources. Next is encourages innovation. Management always keeps a check whether we are going in the right direction or in the wrong direction, and when it keeps the check in this process only, it encourages the innovations in the manner that how we can do all these things in a better manner, how we can do these things in another manner so that we can have less cost and more production. So it gives new ideas, new methods, new products, makes the organization more competitive. So management encourages innovations. Next is personal objectives. So personal objectives are concerned with satisfaction of financial and social needs of the employees. So why we are working with any organization? Because we want to fulfill our personal objectives. Our personal objectives are, yes, obviously, our financial objectives are always there, but our social needs are also there. When we are working with some good company, then it increases our reputation in the society and it gives us satisfaction. Yes, we are working with some good company and everyone notices that. That is our social needs accomplishment. Through motivation and direction, management helps the individuals to achieve their personal goals while working towards organization objectives. Next is economic development. As I told you before, that management helps us to develop of the society by producing goods and quality products, create employees opportunities and adopting new technologies. So when we are adopting or creating something, or we are producing the quality goods and new technologies we are using, obviously it means that economic development is taking place, and that is very important. Next is create dynamic organization. Yes, last but not the least, it creates a very dynamic management process, or we can say management helps the employees to overcome their resistance to change and adopt pre-changing situations to ensure its survival and growth. So it makes the process of growth very easy, or it makes the organization's system very smooth and likely to be adopted by everyone. So here comes the importance of management, significance of management, and how it plays the roles in the management communications. So this is my lecture. Thank you very much. Hope you have understood. Next time we'll meet up with new subject and new topic. Thank you very much.
सुभारती